morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the John Olive Fifth Quarter Show. I'm John Gray here with Coach Olive after our opening game in our region against Marshall County Thursday night. Here.
Yep, first home opening game for us, and playing against basically the kingpins of our region. Maplewood ended up being region champions last year when they beat us there at the end of the season for the championship. But up until that time period, Marshall County had been region champions every year.
Right.
And so I still consider them to be the kingpins of the region, and they're still a good, solid football team, and they proved that against us. They took advantage of every opportunity that we gave them.
And we gave them a couple.
We did. And, our kids fought rather hard, or it would have been 35-0 at halftime.
Right. They didn't give up.
It's not that we just didn't play as well as we possibly could. Marshall County made plays, and their defense kept our offense under control. So, they won the kicking game, and our defense battled. I mean, as I was telling you before the show started, the offensive stats are almost exactly the same.
Right.
It's just where they started with the football. They started out 32 yards closer to the goal line as an average than we did. So multiply that times 11 or 12 possessions, that's 300 yards.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference
That's
in a ball
lot
game.
Of difference. And like you say, we you look and they got 3 field goals and one touchdown from about the 6-yard line. So
they hit us with 2 big pass plays. They had one run that was 15 or 16 yards, and that was it. Yeah. They don't have very much more offense than we do, but in big ball games, that's what you got to do.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Well, what we'll do is take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with the first quarter.
Mustang Sally. You better slow that Mustang down at Russell Barnett Ford in Tullahoma on Highway 55, where you can receive up to $4,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Ford in Tullahoma. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
Thank you, Dr. Colin Bills, for once again covering the Wildcats football game. In addition to his sideline presence, Dr. Bills with Tenova Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is offering an injury clinic every Saturday morning from 9 to 12 throughout this fall season for athletes of all ages. Located at Suite 300 of the Jackson Medical Plaza, 1805 North Jackson Street. Whether you've experienced a sprain or more serious injury, you no longer have to wait until Monday to see an orthopedic physician. Thanks again, Tenova Orthopedics, for your support, and go Wildcats.
Terry Stroop here with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. We've had a long, hot summer. It's football time here in Tullahoma, and with that comes fall weather. It's a great time for you to schedule your fall maintenance checks so we can help keep you comfortable.
Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration would like to congratulate the class of 2020.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
Our captains, number 36, Matt Marcel. He's a kicker punter, and he has been a great teammate this year. Number 7, Cooper Lawson, plays safety. Number 8, Brian Nims, defensive end and running back. And number 6, our permanent captain, Hunter Palmer, who plays wide receiver and corner. We're going to and defer, and you'll see here in just a minute that We had already decided that we were going to open up this game with an onside kick. We had noticed that they would fall back a little bit out of there, and we got them shuffling back, but couldn't get the bounce that we needed right there. So we're going to give them good field position, but the other reason we chose to do that is they have returned several kicks and punts for touchdowns this year already in 3 games. Great job right there. Justin Scott doesn't make the tackle, but he blows the play up, and so 2nd down and long. They're going to try to hit a swing right here, screen. Hunter Jewell gets his hand on him, pulls him to the ground while he's being held, so there's a penalty that's on backup Marshall County here. So it's 2nd and long. They try a screen to the backside, and I'm glad he threw it high. They had it set up well. 3rd down, and now they're going to go conservative right here and just run it. And Hunter Jewell's going to make the tackle. Good job by Hunter, and fends off the blocker. They were hoping to catch us to the wide side of the field and run the ball there into the boundary.
And little number 3 is a player.
Rucker is a very, very good player, and they do a good job of utilizing him. Jacoby Thomas catches the punt there, and so we don't get hurt by the onside kick not working, as we were taking over at the 34-yard line, and so that's not bad field position. We open up. We were going to throw either a swing or a quick slant, but we mess it up and end up getting flushed out. And we draw them off sides to get 5 yards back. Now we're facing a 3rd down. We have an injury here. We lose our first lineman. Jalen Newsom gets rolled into there. And so we're going to lose Jalen, who's our starting left tackle and also played defensive end. Tried to come back here and hit the backside slant. They do a good job of getting the hand up and making it difficult. And then here, Rutger, no, it's not Rutger either. I take it back. I think it was 11.
Yeah.
He's going to take it all the way to the house. Just not a very good job by us, but a great job by them. So I want to point that out. Their guys that were holding up our downfield guys did a great job. They stayed right with them,
Right.
and ended up walling off the only one that had a shot, and the second one that was getting there got there late because he had been walled off. And then we had a backup in there for Jalen, and it was a combination of just poor things by some of us, but really good things by them, and so we find ourselves down 7-0. With them kicking off, Jacoby Thomas gets the kickoff there. Returns it out to about 30, so not bad field position again. We just got to get something going. And, you know, we just one mistake after another. We don't protect very well, and the sad part about it is, if you were watching this from the end zone, we got Hunter Palmer open for a touchdown if we can pitch and catch.
He's down here on this left-hand side.
So we had him. We're just not able to release it. So we put ourselves in a bad situation, and we missed some tackles there, but they actually had 2 holding calls. The second one gets called, and so it'll back it back out to the 16, 17-yard line. And they've got us really on our heels right now. And here comes the next play. We're going to lose another starting lineman right here as Garrett Harris gets hurt on that play, and he doesn't return to the game. And Garrett was a two-way starter for us this week. He was starting both in the offensive line and defensive line, and really a crucial guy for us because he was the guy that could play guard or tackle, and made us just that. He was that flexible guy that just, it was important to us. And so anyway, we're now down 2 defensive linemen, and both of them are offensive linemen as well.
You know, somebody said to me up in the stand, said, well, we can't get any yardage running the ball. And I said, your yardage is sitting down here on the bench with boots on and crutches.
That hurt. And we're going to lose a third one as we go through the game, and it just becomes more and more difficult. But I don't know if I've been in a game where you lose 2 offensive linemen in the same game, and I know I haven't been in one where you lose 3. And Estes puts the ball in the end zone. I'll be glad when that Estes family runs out of kickers over there. We're going to hit Brody Melton here, pick up 7 yards, and we need to be able to get a first down just to get some momentum going here, and we're not going to do it. We're going to blow a blocking assignment, and we're in trouble. And so we're going to end up, all the yardage we just gained on the previous play, we're going to lose. So now we're 3rd and long. And we pick up about 7 or 8 with Jacoby Thomas there running behind the blocking of the receivers there. 4th down, and we're on a flinch. I'm wrong. We don't on that one. It's the next one.
That's a good punt right there.
Yep. We've at least got them back on their end of the field. They're going to run the ball right here for short yardage, if I remember right. I believe that was Caden Bradford that got him first. And now they're going to throw the ball, though, to Rucker. And he's going to run right by us up the right side there. And we're in trouble. Because he can absolutely fly. And so we've got them backed up, finally got them starting down on their end of the field, and they hit the big play against us. And, you know, so we've given them 2 short fields, or 1 short field, 1 return for a touchdown, and now we've given up a big play, pass play for a touchdown. And I'd like to say that, you know, the bleeding's gonna stop, but it doesn't. We just keep shooting ourselves. Open up right here. We're gonna run Hunter Palmer into the boundary because we thought 44 would be to the field. And good job by Marshall County as they decided that they were going to play 44 into the boundary most of the night.
He's a good-sized lad,
He's
too.
a very good football player. And so we really thought he'd be to the wide side of the field, or we would have run that last play to the wide side of the field instead of into the boundary. We just thought 44 would be over there, and that we needed to be trying to run against the other guy. So now we got a 3rd and short right here. Finally got one that's makeable, and we got so many young linemen and people having to play out of position that we don't block the middle linebacker. And you think, well, how in the world you couldn't do that? And I'm just telling you, when people get out of their comfort zone, it's tough. A penalty makes us re-snap it, and this time when we snap it over Will Stone's head, and so we're going to give them the ball now at the 10-yard line. So it just went from bad to worse. Great job right there. I believe that was Nick White that hit the running back there, Rucker. And this time it's Tyreek Nard, the other defensive end. So both defensive ends just made big plays.
Right.
And the defense is doing a great job of trying to keep us with an opportunity in this game. And we make them take a timeout. They're going to come back on this third down now. And we almost get out of this without giving up any points. It's so close. Good job right there. Caden Bradford catches up to him. Jacoby came through the blockers and turned it back in, slowed it down. So
They can kick.
They can. So we find ourselves down 20-0, and the first quarter's not even over. And I'm thinking we got to be able to get 2 first downs before we give the ball back up. We've got to find a way of making yardage here. So we go to an unbalanced set. And we run a little counter. Brian Nims comes out of there and picks up the first down. We're going to run a stretch play right here, and Brian's going to do a good job of putting his foot in the ground. Hunter Jewell keeps 44 tied up, and we pick up another first down. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter.
So, 20-0.
20-0, and we knew that if we can't get our offense going to where we can at least try to stabilize a little bit, that it was going to just get flat out ugly.
Uglier and uglier, yeah.
And so anyway, finally the offense picks up 2 first downs right there at the
And
end.
look good. And look good doing it.
You know, the question becomes, can we do it consistently?
Right.
And so anyway, don't know, you know, how many more big plays we're going to give up or how many more mistakes we're going to make. But that's the big thing on the sideline is you're trying to, all right, you know, you just got to batten down the hatches here, and we got to ride through this and see if we can't get to playing better. We know we're not playing real well,
right,
and that we're playing against a quality opponent, which makes it tough.
Well, and one thing about Tullahoma football is, you know, these kids don't give up. You know, they might be getting beat up a little bit, but they're not going to quit. They're not going to quit on you.
So, you know, the defense has kept us from being down 28-0.
Right.
We're at 20, but that's better than 28-0.
Yeah,
you at least know your kids are battling.
Right. All right, we'll take a quick break and be back with the second quarter.
Since 1889, Traders Bank has been helping our neighbors realize their dreams. Whether our customers are looking to put a roof over their heads, try their hand at entrepreneurship, or see themselves behind the wheel of a shiny new car, the folks at Traders Bank have always been ready to dive in with them. Because at Traders, we lend you more than just money. We lend you our good name. Traders Bank, you're welcome.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
La Fiesta Bar and Grill, located at 1410 North Jackson Street at the Quality Inn. The La Fiesta offers the freshest and best presented Mexican dishes in the area. The recently remodeled restaurant offers you all of your favorites, from chips and salsa to chicken, steak, and seafood dishes. There's a fiesta going on every day at La Fiesta Bar and Grill, 1410 North Jackson Street, Tullahoma. Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
First and 10, as we've pushed the ball out to the 42-yard line. And we found a little thing here about how they're aligning to us, putting the formation into the boundary. So we pick up another first down, and we're finally over into their territory. 44 finally makes the stop there on us after we pick up about 3. And Hunter Jules giving up about 25, 30 pounds to that gat, or could be Brody Melton. Either one of them Brody be giving up even a little more. We hit Hunter there. We had a play on that we were trying to make them make a decision. And whichever Hunter they took, the other one got the ball. So anyway, ball though, we get a little bit of a low snap there as we've got a young sophomore in there playing center now, JT Taylor, and Jaden does a really good job overall. He fought hard. Try a quarterback sweep there to the weak side, and they do a good job of chasing it down. So we're left with 3rd and long, and we end up probably getting it back getting a yard or 2 there, but it's now 4th and long. We don't take a timeout because we've got so many linemen playing out of position. We wanted to go over the play, and we're going to try to run a quick screen back here into the boundary, but they're all over it. You can see the corners all over us, the safety who was on. We had what we wanted. We had the alignment. We had them in a blitz. We just could not. It was a good play by them. Good job by their people. Jacob Floyd makes the tackle there.
Jacob had a pretty good night the other night. He played hard.
He's played solid for us this year. And they come back and hit a quick out. And Hunter Palmer gets him out of bounds. So we got him in 3rd down. And we're going to do a good job right here. We hold that line pretty good, and there's a mass of humanity there. Tydrell Mitchell and Ian Poe. They're going to try to draw us off sides. When we sit in there, do a good job, they have to take a timeout. They're going to punt the ball back to us. So defense has held them up here. So we need to see if we can make an offensive push again. And this time come up with some points. We try to run the stretch again, and this time they tackle us for a loss. Never could find an opening to put the foot in the ground and get turned vertical.
You know, until you get something working, it's really hard.
It is, and come back right there and just don't execute the play very well. And so it puts us in 3rd and long, and we're going to come back and hit Jay Collinsworth right here. And Jake does a good job of picking up extra yards and getting the first down. So 1st and 10, need one more first down. I've always been a believer that you got to get 2 first downs, and then after that you can, you know, punt the ball away, hopefully score, but you play the field position game, which is what we've been killed in this ball game so far. Ben picks up about 11 there for another first down, so we've got our 2nd first down. Brian Nelms running the football into the boundary. Picks up good yardage. We're going to come right back to it because of the way they're trying to align to it.
Keep doing it till they stop it.
I'm a big believer of that. And
next thing you know, there's enough of them over there, there's somebody open on the other side.
That's correct. It makes them at least have to make an adjustment. And I really thought that play right there might rip them. I thought Ben would pull it and find a gap in there, but he doesn't, and then we lose the football. We do recover it. I think Hunter Jewell came up with it, but come back here and we're trying that quick screen again, and they're doing a good job. We obviously both of us felt like we could take advantage of the quick screen into the boundary. They've tried it a couple of times. We've tried it a couple of times.
We put the ball on the ground, what, about 3 times the other night?
Yeah, yes. 4th down play, and so they hold us again on a 4th and 8, and then we buy it up on a screen, and Jacob Dixon makes him cut it back, and Quentin Howard runs him down, and at least we make them line up again. And,
here come big number 8.
Cooper Lawson and Hunter Jewell there on the tackle. Defense is not giving up, I'm telling you.
No, they don't.
It keeps us in the ball game. They try to go outside here, and Hunter Jewell,
great job.
First there to cut him back in, and Brian Nims makes the tackle, so now it's 3rd down. And they're going to try a quick screen, and you can see we had it pretty well covered too. Both of us all over our quick screens. They got the one big play on us though where they were faking a quick screen and different type, but a bubble screen. So we hold them to a field goal. I thought that was big for the defense to be able to do that. They're not moving the ball against us very well either. Jacoby Thomas on the kickoff return, and he's going to be out around the 33-yard line.
Hard.
You know, and we don't really just run the clock out here. We're just thinking if we get to the locker room, we need to, before we do anything else, just get to the locker room. 44's on a face mask, Brian. And so that moves us out to midfield. And so now we're thinking, all right, maybe we can try to get some points. So we're going to go after them right here. And we, again, don't protect very well, but Ben gets away, gets an open receiver there, and Quentin Howard. And so now we're down inside the 35, but there's only 4 seconds on the clock. And we just don't execute very well right here. They're going to rush 2 guys. We got 6 guys in protection. And we should have been able to stand back there all day long and then throw it up into the end zone and let somebody try to make a play on it. I mean,
Right.
Hail Mary, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, we don't do it. We just, I wish I could tell you why, but we don't.
Young men playing football.
They have 2 against 6, and we're getting hit. And you know, it just should not have been that way. And the play had a very little chance of working or whatever.
You never know.
The ball should have been in the end zone.
Right. You never know.
The receivers should all have been in the end zone. And then you get a pass interference, you get another play, which would have put us in field goal range.
All kinds of things.
I mean, we got beat at Siegel one night because we have one guy trying to spike the ball down and the other guy's hand is turned up and it hits his hand and goes up into the air and their receiver comes down with it, and that sends the game into overtime, and we end up losing.
Losing that game.
When we had the game won, except for the last play of the game.
Ask Aaron Rodgers about those Hail Marys.
Yeah. So anyway, Doug Flutie, everybody remembers that one. That's our age.
Yeah, that's
so anyway.
right. That's right. Hey, folks, we want to thank some of our sponsors here. We want to thank Prescott Bottling and Beth Lashley, Paige Lashley down there, Deja Vu Water, and the Sundrop Shop. Go by the Sundrop Shop and get you something to eat. We also want to thank the Donut Palace right here that keeps us with these wonderful donuts every Saturday. Go by and see them and thank them for their sponsorship throughout the years. They've kept Coach Olive and me having a good sweet tooth on Saturday mornings and doing a good job of that. And all the rest of our sponsors, we appreciate them very much, who have been with us throughout the years and made this show possible. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, look at a few of them, and then we'll be back with the halftime. Attention, attention, Tullahoma and surrounding areas. Spinelli's Pizzeria is now open at 121 Northwest Atlantic Street in downtown Tullahoma. They specialize in Philadelphia-style pizzas that you can order by the pie or by the gigantic slice. Spinelli's also has great sandwiches with breads imported from Philly, loaded stromboli, salads, and desserts. They are open from 11 a.m. until 3 a.m. with delivery every day. So stop by Spinelli's and get a slice. Hey, Tullahoma, stop by McMurray's for all your personal and business needs. Copying and finishing service. That's black and white and color copying, 1 to 1,000. Scan, print, reduce, enlarge up to 36 inches. Brochures, carbonless forms, design services, foam core mounting, fax service, comb and coil binding, lamination up to 40 inches. Wedding services include wedding invitations, wedding programs, and napkins. That's McMurray's, 101 West OG Street, Tullahoma. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. McMurray's.
The choices we make today will impact tomorrow. Choosing natural gas today is the responsible energy choice for your home, your family, and our environment. Almost all natural gas we use is produced right here in North America. And with plentiful gas reserves, we can enjoy a safe and reliable energy future. Natural gas. The comfortable and responsible energy choice for today and tomorrow.
Brought to you by Elk River Public Utility District.
Donuts. Tasty. Donuts. Donuts.
Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network. If you're looking for fuel, food, or fun, don't forget the Dameron Brothers stores. The Shortstop has fuel, food, and beverages. The Liquor Locker carries all of your favorite brands of wines and spirits. It has party supplies, beverages, and the area's best selection of premium cigars. So for all your party needs, Jeff and Jay say, come on by, and thank you for the support of our businesses. Since 1917, Builder Supply has been the place to go for all your building materials. It's where the contractors have shopped for years. Builder Supply stocks quality Benjamin Moore paint, Tamco shingles, case knives, DeWalt, Stanley, and Makita tools, Peachtree Southern Rose, and Sun windows, Traders grills, Quickset locks, General Shale brick, Yellow wood, and pass load nail guns and nails. Experienced salespeople are there to help you find the right products for your job. So when you're ready to build, whether large or small, think Builder Supply. 301 South Atlantic Street in Tullahoma. The Gondola, located at 412 East Carroll Street, is Tullahoma's oldest pizza, pasta, and steakhouse, featuring all kinds of pizzas, calzones, pastas, and steaks, chicken, pork, sandwiches, and seafood. Check out their daily specials on Facebook. And don't forget that on Saturdays there's ribs and smoked Boston butts. Add a great variety of appetizers and desserts, and come on in, y'all. Gondola has it all. For carry-out, call 455-9738. That's the Gondola Steakhouse, located at 412 East Carroll Street in Tullahoma. Get your news first, fast, and free with your news leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Local weather, sports, community calendar events, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
All right, second half. Maybe we can do something here, Coach.
Get the ball first, and we talked to them about we've been down like this before, and in the past, not in this year, but I said, you try to give yourself a chance coming out of halftime, and we talked about going to Columbia several years ago when we had played just about as poor first half as we had in this one. And that, we just need to take the ball, let's go down the field and let's score. And, we opened up, hitting an RPO to Hunter Jewell. We come back, hit Hunter Palmer with an RPO. And second down 5, we got some movement here, and we've got to figure out a way to score. And
for you grandmas out there watching this who watching your grandson play might not know, an RPO is a run-pass option.
That is correct.
Because there might be some people watching this who don't realize that.
We turn over the ball, so we give Marshall County the short field again, and we're sitting there thinking that's just about as bad a situation as you could have happen. They do a good job executing a play there.
Tough little runner.
I like that play. I like the way they designed it. It was a good little play. Picked up 8 yards on it. They're gonna come back and they're taking the quick hitch. I can guarantee it, they're reading that most of the time, whether it's pre-snap or not. And we try to do the same thing, and we didn't get it done here. We're all over their boot. We got all their receivers covered.
Great defense.
And I really thought it ought to have been grounding, that the ball wasn't even close to
anything.
That receiver. But if I'd have been on the offensive side, I'd been saying we got a receiver in there. Here they try to run that speed sweep again, and Quentin Howard and Hunter Jewell, Cooper Lawson shut that one down. So it's third down, and just, good pitch and catch.
Yeah.
They're hurting us when we don't have anybody, and good job by them. That's good execution by them. And so they pick up the first down. Tyreek Nard and company there on the tackle, Jacob Floyd. Tyreek's going to become a really good football player, I think.
His number 43.
Yeah, and here they call a face mask, and the only face mask I saw was their wide receiver grabbing our 14. We grabbed the guy's dreadlocks, and that's not a face mask, I don't think, unless they've changed the rule.
They hadn't changed it.
But the referee saw the head, the official saw the head action, and he said it was face mask. So, just a tough call. That would have been a third down situation, and now it would be fourth down.
Right.
You don't know if they'd have come back with the same play or not, but you would have at least had a chance to line up right there. And Cooper Lawson, and that's a great job by Q there, because the receiver had a hold of him, and he's able to still get his arm free. And here, it is on a tackle 34, and that opens the door up. Cooper tries to get him. So anyway, just a tough series there for us. Our defense is still playing well enough.
They're battling.
Dreadlock penalty, don't know if we could have held them on that third down or not, but I'd like to find out. And then when I'm watching the replay trying to figure it out, I realize that their receiver's grabbing Q's face mask, and I'm sitting there going, that's just tough luck. Tough luck. I mean, and I guarantee it, the official just saw the jerk of the head.
Right.
And
come on, baby. Come on, baby.
And I think Jacoby, right there, if I've only got 2 people to beat for a touchdown, I'm cutting it back across the green right there. That guy may tackle me, but if he doesn't, I'm going to go score a touchdown.
Yeah, you're gone.
Great job there. Great job by Jacoby. And,
good job by Brian. That's Jacoby too.
That's Jacoby. We've got him at running back right here, trying to get a little bit more speed and quickness back there. And You don't see right here that he's got enough speed to make something out of this play. As they had him dead to rights, and he's going to pick up a first down. And, you know, they're stepping out of bounds. You got 4 or 5 of them chasing you. That's not a, you know, I watched the best player at Nolensville last night, the Kuchers that's going off to play Division I football, do the same thing. You just got to learn, though, when there's 1 to beat, 2 to beat, versus 4 or 5 to beat.
Right.
And that's something that we'll work with him on, because he's going to get more opportunity to do that.
How tall is he?
About 6'2". And that's Chris
185.
McCreary, sophomore running back there, running. We got a chance here. Need to finish this drive now.
Yeah.
And we're fortunate, don't get it picked off there trying to hit Joe Duncan. And we're going to hit Q here. He's going to make a great catch.
That is a great catch.
Pass interference against them, we'll decline it, take the touchdown, and then here we just get discombobbled. I should have just gone ahead and wasted the timeout. We were going to go for 2, as they're not even lined up in the defense, but we've messed up. We can't get it done either, and so my bad. I'll take the blame for that one. Couldn't get the proper personnel on the field. We onside it again. We do not want to let their skilled players
Plays on the ground a long time.
Kicked it a little harder than he normally kicks it, but that's what happens when you have to do it in a real game in front of people instead of practice. But he will get to where he'll be able to do it. We got 3 talented kickers, and they do a good job of working on things. That was the biggest gain of the night for them, was 15, 16 yards on a run play right there. And when you look at their personnel to hold their run game to that one, good job there. Jacob Floyd coming off the side, makes him throw it high. And so we've got him in a 3rd and long situation here. And they're going to take a shot, and we're not in bad coverage. Good job by Quentin. So we make them punt right here. You know, when they shank one, you try to get everybody out of the way. But we should have let 14 go catch that one, because he's probably in a foot race for the end zone.
Right.
But anyway, that's what we're talking with Quentin. He's coming off the field, and we're going. And if we had, I don't know. Quentin's one of the guys that can go back and catch punts. So I would have trusted him trying to catch that one, but he doesn't know whether it's an open field or not. He's hearing the code word to get out of the way. And so anyway, we need to take the ball down the field, and it looks like we're going nowhere, and Jacoby comes out of there and reverses the field and picks up good yardage. And didn't have as good an opportunity there, but again, he only had two people
and a man right beside him with his colored jersey.
I just know that if I get it down to where I only got 1 or 2 people in between me and the goal line, I'm gonna go for the goal line. And,
unless you're Jacob Gray, then you'd hunt somebody to run over.
Yeah, I used to say Jacob was a magnet and everybody else was made of steel, because he was going to find somebody.
He's going to find somebody to run over.
Try to hit Quentin again there and can't do it. Almost made a great catch. DB had his arm pinned. Good job by that corner. We tried to get a screen out here, and pretty good blocking out there by those wide outs. Again, we got a 4th down situation, and we're going to take a shot here. We're down, and we're hoping they're playing for the short stuff, and we're trying to get number 6 down that right side, but Ben's flushed,
there.
so we don't even have a chance to throw the ball deep. And so just part of it. Frustrating part, but it's part of it. Tyrell Mitchell blows it up. Tyreek Nard and company. I think that was Caden Tucker making that tackle. And here comes the boot. They've got us, and this is a great play by Quentin Howard. I mean, it's a catch, and he rips the guy's arm off the football. So great job by Quentin. Those are the type plays that you need to be making, and good job by the defense. I mean, that's just great pursuit. And quarter comes to an end. We're down 30-6. It's bleak, but
we're still playing.
We're still playing. We're still making it difficult on them.
Yeah, I mean, a team like that could run another 30 points up on you in no time if you give up on them.
That's correct.
And these young men aren't doing that and won't do it. They'll continue to fight. And what we'll do right now is take a quick commercial break and be back with the 4th quarter.
The wait is finally over. The all-new redesigned Ford Ranger is back at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma. Stop and test drive one today at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma on Highway 55, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
Who's eligible to join Ascend Federal Credit Union? Them, her, him, them, him, all of them. Her, and him, but not him. There's a way for you to join too. And if you live in Middle Tennessee and want to get the most out of your money, you should. Ascend Federal Credit Union. Open your account today at ascend.org.
Are your teeth dull, chipped, stained, or crooked? If so, call the dental practice of Dr. Mike Long. For a wider, brighter, more attractive smile, Dr. Long offers cosmetic dentistry at its best through whitening, bonding, and veneers. Dr. Long also uses laser technology, eliminating anesthesia and drilling. When you are ready to enhance your smile, call Dr. Mike Long, family practice dentistry for 29 years.
Daddy Billy's Deli Bar and Grill has been open at 119 Northwest Atlantic Street in Tullahoma for over 40 years, serving up good times and great food. Owner Nick Smith has made a great investment to remodel the inside, which is now a non-smoking facility, and add a great outdoor patio area with a covered stage, a fire pit, and a second bar where smoking is allowed. The food remains great at Daddy Billy's, from burgers to paninis, salads, wings, with new items being added all the time. To be part of the good times at Daddy Billy's, 119 Northwest Atlantic Street, downtown Tullahoma.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
You know, you think, oh, well, it's what
I'm telling you, I couldn't get a check to go through one of the local businesses from the school, from the high school this week, because it didn't match up technological-wise.
Here we are. We're back.
All right. We're going to take over the football here. Brian Scott's at quarterback. I would tell you that we've changed out a lot of the offensive linemen, but they've already been changed out earlier in the game. We have lost 3 starters out of the offensive line. They get a penalty for roughing up our running back there. And we're going to give 5 of it back because we don't get a line, and it wasn't Q. Q was supposed to be off so that we could throw that pass to the tight end. But we weren't on the line of scrimmage on the other side. So we lose 5 there by not being able to get lined up. They do a good job of stopping our quarterback play there where we read the end and either give it or pull it and keep it behind the blocker, and not able to do it. And we're going to throw a INT right there as we got 2 receivers in the same location. Makes life easy to guard. Defensively though,
there you go.
Still getting after them. There's no lining up and just pounding on us. Here comes your speed sweep, and you got Hunter Jewell and Q over there right where they need to be, and so it's for no gain. 3rd down long. And you know, they're not satisfied. They're getting ready to throw it deep right there, and Caden Tucker keeps him from being able to wind up and throw, and then Brian Nims makes the sack. And you know, it's not like they've called the dogs off. They were going for it right there. They were going for another big shot, and so good job defense. You know, you look for bright things that you can take from a game like this. I don't, you know, if the ball was anywhere near catchable, we caught the ball this week on punts. We weren't letting it hit the ground. And we try a quarterback sweep here, and you know, life's a lot tougher. There's not a whole lot of running gaps in there. You got to be a pretty good ball player to create space. Come back right here, and got to go 1, 2, 3 and throw the ball. Ryan will learn, or you go forward. You can't bail out backwards there. We come back over here, and they are going to get a horse collar penalty. That's an emphasis this year. I've already seen more horse collar penalties called in both on college level and our level, both. And this season's just barely underway.
Right.
Thought we were going to hit Brody there, and Ryan decided he couldn't squeeze it in there, and he comes back to Jacoby on this side. We come back and take a shot again to Hunter Palmer, as we're still trying to find a way to score. And you can see the white jerseys, we're not keeping them out of there. We're struggling right there with our offensive front. We don't have anybody that matches up with 70 now, right now. When we lost our 70, their 70's giving us trouble. Whether it be a run play or pass play, he became a lot better player.
He's going through there like a bull through the rushes.
Yeah, so it's just made it a lot tougher.
Great move right there.
Yep, runs hard.
Runs smart.
It was a 4th down play, so we're going to give them the ball back, but wasn't any use in trying to punt the ball to them. They beat us 37-6. It's still still beat. So that's always been my philosophy, that a loss is a loss.
1 point or 20 points.
Yeah.
It's still an L. 50 years from now, it's an L on a piece of paper.
Yeah, if it's 9 minutes to go and you're backed up at your 10-yard line, that's a little different. But if you're out at the 40, you might as well take a shot and see if you can make something happen. And defense still battling.
And you know, that sends a message to your kids that you're not giving up on them too.
Yeah.
in a way.
It just allows us to, you want to be in situations where
Get out there. There you go.
Fourth, you don't face 3rd and 10s and 4th and 8s and so forth. And some year you have teams that execute those just like it's 3rd and 1. In fact, we have had teams that we would prefer to have been 3rd and 8 than 3rd and 2 because we couldn't get 2 yards, but we could get 8. So we just work at trying to work on things that we've got to be able to do to execute. And ball game's only be over now as they've gone to their victory formation. And so we've taken a loss in the region, so we're 0-1 in the region. We've got to play. We've got to play better, and it's not like we're way far off.
No.
Offensively, I don't know. You lose that many offensive linemen, and we had to move linemen to other positions as we filled in for those losses. Like Tydrell Mitchell's been our center. Now he has to go to guard, and you think, okay, well, what's the big deal with that? Well, it's a big deal. And
it's a whole different
some of them that maybe have been playing on the left side all of a sudden got to play on the right side. And you think again, well, what's the big? Well, it's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
It makes them change their stance, and it messes with
their whole thought process.
I can tell you this: there's one time in this video that, and remember, we're all juniors and sophomores.
Right.
Okay, so it's not like you've got 2 or 3 seniors that have been through the wars or so forth. We see the blitz coming. You can see the lineman point and telling you, got a blitz.
There he is.
He's coming. Ball snaps. You pick up the blitzer. But I don't pick up the guy that's right in front of you. I go this direction after telling you, because the protection call was to slide to the left.
Because you're playing a position that you're not used to playing.
I see the blitzer coming, so we're making our call for a blitzer coming, and he's communicating with the tackle beside him.
Right.
Tackle kicks back, picks up the blitzer, and if he takes that guy now right in front of you, we're solid. But instead, his mind reverts back to, I'm telling you there's a blitzer coming, but I'm blocking for a slide left.
Right.
And so he slides.
He's used to being on the other side.
That's correct. And he slides left, and we turn number 70 loose.
There you go.
All right. That kind of stuff. And they're a good defense. I mean, they've given up 14 points to Lincoln County. 6 to us and 6 or 7 to Columbia Academy. All right, they're 3-0. They're a good football team. But I'm just trying to point out to you that,
how things
from an offensive standpoint, once you lose 2 linemen in the first 5 minutes and you lose your 3rd one before the game's over, it becomes a lot more helter-skelter.
I'm going to ask the question that a whole lot of people out there want to hear the answer to. How long are those linemen gone for?
One of them will be gone for at least several weeks. And we won't know until he's started rehab, and we'll find out. It'll probably be a couple of weeks out before we know when exactly he can return. The other one is listed as day-to-day. Garrett Harris is day-to-day. Jalen's the one that's out.
Right.
But we don't know.
Right.
If he's still having some major issues, then he'll have to go have an MRI done.
And the
this
third
week. The third one's in concussion protocol.
Okay.
And probably is out for at least the next ball game. Jay Collinsworth, he went out right before halftime. 2-year starter at wide receiver for us, and we will probably not have him this week either. He's probably at least 2 weeks out. So we came out of that ball game
beat up,
a little beat up, and the worst part about it was mostly friendly fire.
We're
to haunt you sometimes.
Right. And we're looking at Winchester, Franklin County.
Franklin County coming
to
here. They're 2-1. They got beat last night by Lincoln County. And so that was probably a little bit of an upset, though the Lincoln County, when we watched them against Marshall County, they played better than what the score was. But the difference is Marshall County has got a handful of athletes that make plays. And that's what happened with Lincoln County. Lincoln County held their own in there for the most part, except, and you can name the exceptions. And that's what good teams have that handful of players that can make you pay whenever you make a mistake, and they make you pay for it, and that's what Marshall County's doing. So big ball game. We finally get to play on Friday again. This going Friday, Thursday is tough, I'm telling you.
Well, particularly when you have a Labor Day weekend when people are off of work on Monday.
Yep, it was tough, and I'll be glad for us to get into a
regular
set routine.
Yeah.
And then we get ready to play mentally, emotionally, and physically on every Friday.
Well, and the thing about it is getting a loss to Marshall County. Of course, it would be great to have a W in that column right there, but you're not alone by having a loss to Marshall County.
Well, it's one game, and you got to get ready for the next game.
Well, you got to beat the other guys in the region, because Marshall County's probably going to beat them too.
That's correct. You want to be in the top 4.
Yeah.
And you would like to be in the top 2, like we were last year, where we got to host a game. But you definitely want to be in the top 4.
Now we play Spring Hill,
gets you in.
But Spring Hill is not a region game.
No,
for us,
it's region.
Well, how many region games do we have?
5. And so,
okay, I'll ask you that off camera, because I've got something in my mind.
All right,
but that's typical.
Non-region this coming Friday.
Right,
it's just a good old local rival. So I know that we will be pre-selling tickets to try to alleviate the lines. So we're pre-selling up at Franklin County High School, and we're also going to be pre-selling at our high school to try to help people get into the ball game a whole lot easier than what happens sometimes.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of people hear the score 30-6. Well, after watching the film and having a coach go through this and talk about it, we didn't play that bad. We just couldn't get some stuff done.
We helped them too much.
Yeah,
that's
there
the
you
big.
go.
That's the.
There you go.
We just
Defense played well.
we handed too many opportunities to them with the short fields, and you just can't do that. Like I said, it was a 30-yard difference in starting point.
Yeah,
and you multiply that times. Well, you multiply that times. I mean, that's the average. But you multiply that times the number of times you get the ball, which was 11 times, 12 times. You're right there at 300 yards, and that's a huge difference in a ball game.
Thing. Folks, we'll see you next time on the John Olive Fifth Quarter Show. Be sure to come Friday night. It will be Friday night instead of Thursday night. We're going to play our old buddies over there, and I remember playing them 50 years ago when I did it or more, when they'd spit tobacco in your face if you were in the line over at Franklin County. So it'll be a war. It always is. And you just need to be part of it. Be part of Tullahoma Wildcat football. It's fun. And the food's great on Friday night there, too. Pretty good hamburger, great hot dogs, steak sandwiches, all of it outstanding. We'll see you next time on the John Olive Fifth Quarter Show.